Now to a federal raid in East Houston where several weapons were seized and 5 people are now in custody. We first told you about the raid during our newscast at midday today. It happened in the area of Avenue B near Navigation Boulevard. Channel 2's Taisha Walker now at federal court downtown with more on this. Taisha?
Christine, I can tell you that 3 of those 5 suspects have already been charged and heard the charges against them. We're told that the other 2 will have their day in court tomorrow. It was an early morning raid in East Houston. A group of officers with long guns exit SWAT-like vehicles to raid 3 homes in the 8,000 blocks of Avenue B and Avenue C. Kristen Torres's cameras caught it all.
It was like 5:20 in the morning. I saw a bunch of SWAT cars pull up. It was like crazy, really crazy.
Torres lives near one of the homes. He says he didn't know much about his neighbors. What he did know, he says, is they were busy.
It's really full of parties over there.
The home was also filled with guns and ammunition, according to the ATF. Agents recovered thousands of rounds of ammunition and dozens of guns from 3 homes they stormed in the early morning hours, along with 3 other undisclosed locations.
The cops are announcing that get out of the house with your arms up, stuff like that.
5 people were arrested and are expected to face charges. The ATF says the raid stemmed from an investigation in Florida going back several months ago. People were back at one of the homes in the afternoon to collect clothing and other valuables, but all declined to talk. And just minutes before we went on air, we did obtain a copy of the indictment against the 3 of them. We do know they are charged with crimes out of Miami-Dade County, Florida. Those 2 charges are conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance and conspiracy to possess a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Now, the district attorney's office in the Southern District of Florida asked us not to release their names, so we will honor that at this time. Reporting live from downtown, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Taisha, thank you.